every day. Better than coffee or a sudden cold shower, I thought, joking with myself. However, we finished our quest. Suddenly, something attacked us. The stress part of the cabin, and it takes us outside. It's like a wrecking ball. Now what will happen? It's the same thing. Okay, jump towards Lillian. When my feet touch the ground, I'm right next to her. Lillian smiles, and then a strong current of air pushes Ashley away from us. Magic without a doubt. You giant idiot. Shadowed falling with perfect balance, as one might expect of a cat. There's no further explanation. It had to be her. Otherwise, the attack and the fact they knew each other wouldn't make sense. Do you even know what you're doing? You're endangering everyone. You're wasting your time. Lillian said without even giving me time to think about it. He already has chosen to be my ally, at least my knight. Together we will defeat you, Ashley. Without a doubt, that was what I had promised. But Lillian was acting different from before. She was arrogant and seemed to enjoy it. The girl then hisses with anger and imitating an angry cat. She even shows me her teeth and her nails. Her nails grew at that time. You really are an idiot, she said furiously with red eyes gazing at me. I'm the good one. The princess behind you is the one who killed them all. Eh? I exclaimed, confused before seeing how Ashley jumps to dodge a ball of energy, translucent as if it was made of hot air, so on and so on. And it was Lillian who shot it from the tip of her thingy. I can feel a huge and unknown energy concentrate on her hand. What most surprises me is the expression on her face. A malicious smile draws on her lips. Was she having fun? Why would fighting to break the curse be fun? I look at the face of Ashley to compare it. It's just the opposite. She appeared to be in agony, worried about what would happen while giving her all. Why do you believe all of her words? Ashley shouted before dodging another ball of energy. The blast echoed in my ears. She's the one who stole energy of this man to consummate her revenge. Once again, I'm at lost for breath. So on and so on. Something is wrong with the two. I cannot believe in them. Do not appear to be what they say. At least I cannot believe in them. Shut up. Furious at the same time that she fires a large bolt of lightning at her. Attack is so fast and powerful she cannot avoid it. Then Lillian turns to me. My knight, do not fall for her lies. She is just trying to confuse you. Lillian looks me in the eye with indescribable tenderness. The change in her emotion is so drastic that I don't know how I feel on the matter. You believe me, don't you? She ended with a kind and innocent smile. However, before being able to say something, we are interrupted. A great wave of translucent energy hits Lillian, knocking down the part of the cabin. I'm stunned speechless. Again, wrecking ball. The toy called him. What? This toy calls me. Something in it is calling me. Without even thinking, I pick it up from the ground. It is at the time that I'm transported to another place. No, that's an error. I'm still in the same cabin as before. However, what has changed this time? The cabin now looks clean and full of life, almost as if it were new. I found myself extending both hands, palms up, waiting to receive something. My eyes look up, beholding the loving smile of an older man with a beard but almost no hair. Without hesitation, he puts something in my hands. It's cold, hard, and it has a familiar shape. It is the toy knight. Having it in my hands fills me with great joy. It was something that I had desired so much but never hoped to have. It was so expensive, too unnecessary, but I still dreamed to see a knight in shining armor. Since a long time ago, it had been one of my whims to see this fatal dream fulfilled. Fills me with an unexplained happiness. Someone heard it, this unnecessary dream that even the owner had hopelessly abandoned. There was someone who picked it up and gave it life. What could I call something like that but love? Being able to hold it in my hands meant more to me than any other gift, even if they had offered me a bag of gold in this place. It would not be the same. Without hesitation, the first thing I did was engrave my name on it, Lillian. This belongs to me, is mine and mine alone. The next second, I'm in the forest. My legs hurt and I'm out of breath. I'm terribly tired. I just want to rest a little, but suddenly my father takes my hand. He's angry, or rather desperate. He forces me to continue running. Our escape was cut short, however. Soon the toy would fall to the ground stained with blood. It was a surprise attack. Only I would survive. Miraculously survived those wounds that should have been fatal. It was a meaningless miracle. The next day, it wouldn't be more than ash. More than ash. When I return to the real world, I feel there is something on my face. With a frozen expression, I touch it, only to discover that there were tears. I look at my hand for a few seconds, completely lost in that image. I hear nothing, I see nothing else. I just think there is something twisted in all of this. The Lillian here is the same Lillian I saw, but not completely. Definitely something is missing from her. She is just a piece. Suddenly I shake my head. There is something I need to see. Ashley and Lillian continue fighting with using all kinds of extraordinary powers. Ashley shoots lightning bolts to Lillian, but she reflects them with almost invisible shield. Lillian smiles. Just at the same time, she covers her body with a thick darkness, which later takes the form of a huge snake. The serpent of darkness attacks Ashley, but she manages to dodge it thanks to her great reflexes. Why are you doing this? Ashley asked angrily. At the same time, she fired a red lightning bolt. But it did not seem to be made of electricity, but of different energy. Lightning hits the snakes, dispersing some of the thick darkness. A long time has passed. The people who hurt you have already gone. There isn't even a memory of the crime committed here anymore. The only thing here is the village of the innocent people, Ashley said just before Lillian attacked her again. This time she is not fast enough. The serpent tears her side, causing a serious wound. However, in front of my eyes, I see it reduced to nothing in a moment. Is it that you have forgotten the feeling of tears falling down your cheeks and blood escaping from your body until you lose all of your heat? Lillian responded without hesitation. Her answer turns mine into stone. No matter how much I want to forget it, no matter how much time passes, for me it remains as vivid as when it happened. I cannot live otherwise if it's not like this. Each day it eats me from the inside. Apparently Lillian had discarded the good girl act and a good girl act, or had forgotten about me. Not wasting time, Ashley attacks, firing a red lightning bolt even bigger than previous. She was giving everything in that fight. Lillian responds, throwing all the darkness that covers her to Ashley, revealing her human body. Darkness and light collide, causing an explosion. For a moment, everything was covered by a white light, accompanied by a deafening noise. When my vision returns, I see that both Ashley and Lillian are seriously injured. They gasp for air while staring into the eyes of the other. I have no doubts Ashley was telling the truth. It was not the cat who walked those men, but who killed those men, but Lillian, because of her desire for revenge. Or rather, her inability to forget the pain of what they had did to her. Lillian is an aggressor, but she is also a victim. She is also suffering. I press the toy in my hand with all my strength and anxiety. I don't know what to do, but I know I don't want to stay here idly. I must intervene. It was then that, unexpectedly in front of my eyes, something happened that left me speechless. This is enough. I won't let you disturb me anymore. This will be the night, Lillian said. At the time, she gathers an incredible magic. Dozens of snakes of darkness revolve around her, floating in the air. She was preparing to cast an enormous spell. Try if you can, princess. I won't let you hurt anybody else, replied Ashley, doing the same thing, only with her. In her case, the energy takes the form of red and white light. An immense power surrounds each, revealing nature of their interior. It was easy to know what they were planning. The intensity of the energy covering them at the time leaves me speechless. It is something I had never seen before, immeasurable, indescribable, and above all fascinating. Wait! I shout desperately, trying to stop them, but they can't hear me. In the world there are now only the two of them exist. Before I knew it, my legs began to move with extraordinary speed, thanks to spell of Lillian. The two activate the spells at the same time. They yell with all their might and heart. The stream of red and white lightning advances unstoppable against another of darkness moving in the opposite direction, as if there were two trains about to collide. Stop! I yelled from the bottom of my soul, possessed by this desire to stop them before they hurt themselves anymore. I don't know why, but something inside me pushes me to do so. The feeling I had was like seeing two great friends fighting to death. In any case, I don't have time to question what I do. It was already done. Before I knew it, I was already between the two. I opened my eyes wide with disbelief when I realized it. My eyes reflect the intense light that becomes brighter by the instant until it hits me. Making a monstrous roar, an explosion like nothing else I had ever seen before, with me in the center of it. At the moment, everything turned white. All sounds, all images, all the smells and sensations are gone. I was left alone, abandoned in an empty white. how can I describe what it feels like? What it feels like to leave this world. It was as if I had been pushed into the sea and I sank quickly, leaving behind the world from where I came. Even if I stretch my hand, I cannot reach it. I just continue to sink until the image of the surface disappears. The only difference is that here there is no darkness, instead it is white, an eternal white. I cannot speak, moving is impossible, considering that I even have a body. The only thing I do is sink deeper with every passing second. While I do it, I can't help but feel sad, or rather nostalgic. I just entered this place and I already feel as if I had spent years here. Suddenly the white becomes something different. The eternal white changes to green. It turns into a forest. There's a cabin in the forest. In the cabin there are three people, mom, my dad and I. No, this is a mistake. I'm not me. I is Lillian. Lillian and Ashley, the real one. And not these two who were fighting before. Now I understand it, and now I understand I am not dead. Their power did not exterminate me, but showed me a window into their side, to their inside. Lillian and Ashley are two names, but both belong to the same person. Because their parents could not decide, they gave her a middle name. Now I understand it. You idiot! Do not die! Suddenly, I hear the voice of Ashley calling me. There is concern mixed with anger in her voice. Hearing it fills me with delight. My knight, resist! Then I hear the voice of Lillian. I can hear her just as concerned as Ashley. Despite being evil, she felt something for me. I guess it's impossible to have a 100% evil spirit. I'm alive. I murmured with difficulty. I felt 10 times worse than waking up on a Monday at 6 a.m. in the morning to go to school, and that is saying a lot. Slowly I regain my senses and start to perceive the world again. Shapes and sounds become clearer. As soon as I say that both girls sigh with relief. Okay, now what? How can you be so stupid? Asha wrote furiously. Although I don't blame her in the least. On the contrary, I believe she's right. Don't do something so dangerous. If possible, I would prefer not to kill you. After saying that, she closed her eyes, crossed her arms, and make an arrogant gesture. My knight. Then whispered Lillian, looking at me with puppy eyes. I'm lucky my sacrifice was able to stop them, at least for now. Here, I think this belongs to you. I said at the same time I placed the toy in the hands of Lillian. She looks at me with more than surprise. She simply couldn't believe it. I had no words. I don't know how to say it, but I feel that this toy is what saved my life. I had no coincidence that I found it. It was no coincidence that I found it. It must have been waiting for someone who could finally break the curse without killing her. That toy you have there is. Ashley murmured, as surprised as Lillian. Her cheeks were slightly red, making her look adorable. It seems that even she can be cute when she wants to. That also belongs to you, am I right? I said shortly before standing. I already feel a little better, still tired but not as bad as before. Without thinking, I cleaned the dirt on my clothes with my hands. Suddenly everything had become too quiet. Confused, I look at Ashley's face and then Lillian's. They are cold and more still than a statue. How could you know? Those two cried in unison, destroying the short calm that was surrounding us. It was almost as loud as the explosion of before. I almost fell to ground from the impression. Then they stare at me, narrowing their eyes as if they are trying to see inside me. There was something slightly funny about seeing them acting like this. I inhale to fill my lungs with air and my heart with courage. The toy told me. I don't know how it could happen, but I'm sure that was it. Since I found it, I felt a mysterious force guiding me, and during the match, it showed me scenes from your past. After saying that, I look at their faces. Both have some thoughtful expressions. They apparently had some difficulty believing it, but at the same time, they couldn't discard the possibility so easily. Could it be that in all these years it was collecting magical energy? Ashley asked herself with her side down and one hand under her chin while thinking deeply. That is the only explanation I was. It was filled with magical energy and revealed its memories. Responded Lillian, thinking just as deeply as Ashley on that matter. After that, they both nodded in the same time. It was funny and adorable. However, I quickly erased the smile from my face. It wasn't going to stay like this. This is nothing more than a small truce. Next year would be the same. I have to put an end to this curse. You two are the same person, am I right? So why do you have to fight? I asked, knowing that they would not take it well, but I couldn't avoid doing so. Instantly, both crossed their arms, making an angry face. It was her fault. This princess can't forget what happened to and wants revenge on the people. Even though hundreds of years have passed, Ashley angrily responded. She had a good point, but now that I've seen the past, the two, I think, I can understand why that is. Don't lie, it's the fault of the cat. She always wants to act like a saint, but she doesn't even understand how horrible I feel inside. Every day, every night, I can't simply stay here doing nothing. Lillian added. Fortunately, she didn't have any intentions to fight for now. At the time that I was going to be burned alive at the stake, a white cat was nearby. Using the last minute, I managed to transfer my soul to her. I thought that would be the end. But soon the desire for revenge grew in me so much that I took a life of its own. The soul is fragmented. Ashley explained with complete seriousness. Lillian does not protest. That was the pure truth. Pure truth. I take a deep breath in preparation for what I had to do. Idiots. Unexpectedly said, seeing the angry faces from the two as a response. The one saying idiots is the idiot. Ashley instantly replied, however, soon her anger disappears as she blushes, embarrassed when I set my sight on her red eyes. I wait a couple of seconds before speaking. You are misinterpreting what you feel. You loved your family, isn't that right? It's because you love them that it hurts to have lost them. I'm not saying it's okay to seek revenge. That's cruel. It's cruel. But do not bury and ignore your pain. Don't call it evil. It's only human. It seems my word had some effect. Ashley, after a few seconds, lowered her sights, looking troubled. After saying that, I turn to Lillian. She blinks. Her blue eyes are anxious, as if they were impatient to know what I had to say. It's the same for you. You're not a demon. There's a part of you that could be a good girl, Lillian. There's some good in you. I don't think that everything you told me was a lie, or that the joy in which I saw you hugging that toy was all an act. I pause while I remember those moments. I know it hurts, but the one who suffers the most from your revenge is yourself, I added. There is no more I can say. Lillian and Ashley lower their heads, questioning themselves, looking sad and pensive. I can't help but think that having their toy in her hands helps to soothe her pain. Yes, you're right. The truth is that I hate them. I hate those damn idiots for what they did to me. It hurts a lot. We were innocent. Ashley cried furiously, revealing her hidden feelings. Yes, but at the same time, I don't want to hurt anybody. No matter how many I kill, I will never be I'll never be able to turn back time or revive the dead. Lillian confessed with sadness in her voice. After saying that, they'd look at each other's eyes for a couple of seconds before giving each other a gentle smile. It was like seeing a couple of sisters forgiving themselves after years of enmity. I was pleased, grateful. I could not ask for a better end. I just stare at them while they look into the eyes, feeling great satisfaction. I met them just this evening, but somehow I bonded with them. Ashley extended her hand to Lillian with perfect elegance in gesture, as if inviting her to have a dance. Lillian nods and then accepts her hand. It was then that I suddenly see how they slowly begin to disappear, but they're dispersed in form of particles of light, as if small fireflies were escaping from their bodies with a beautiful but depressing green color. Suddenly the two turned to gaze at me, giving me their last smile. It was a pleasure to meet you, Stu. No, I guess I can't call you stupid or idiot anymore. It is a pity, but it was a pleasure to meet you, human. Ashley said with the same arrogance as ever, but this time she seems to have more respect. I am more than proud to hear it. Maybe if you hadn't attacked me in the beginning, we could have talked some more. Yes, it is a bad habit I have. She smiles, a little ashamed, knowing that my words are the truth. Thanks for helping us finding the peace that we needed. Goodbye, noble knight. I confess I enjoyed kissing you. You were right when you said that not everything was a lie. I enjoyed the time we spent together, even if short. I'm glad I didn't kill you. Lillian said, looking at me with tenderness that breaks my heart, despite of what she says. Is there no way you could stay? I asked, being stubborn, but I didn't want things to end like this. We could start again, a new life, become good friends. I'd like to, but my existence, the purpose of my life, has already been fulfilled. Thank you for freeing me of these painful feelings I was carrying. Thank you for showing me that not everyone is evil. There are still good people like you. Thank you for trusting in me, despite my corrupted soul. Then this is goodbye. Yes. It was fun to meet you. The two unexpectedly in unison. And they leave. Those were the last words before disappearing while holding hands. Without thinking, I ran towards them, even if I couldn't do anything. I wanted to touch them one last time, but the only thing my hands were able to reach are the particles of light that slip out between the fingers, as if it was water. Then I see the light rise higher and higher, until it disappears into the night sky. I did it, I'm a hero. I'm the one who finally broke the curse. Now no one else will be trapped by it. It ended too soon. I would like to see you again someday. I murmured into the night sky, watching it with longing for a couple of minutes, as if waiting for something to occur. But naturally, there is no response. Now the only thing that stays with me is an unfulfilled desire. My desire to have a second chance with them. At least I know that at the end of their lives they could find some happiness. Now I can only get out of the forest. I know no one would believe the story, but tell it. But at least I have achieved what was our main goal. An unforgettable night. Yes, that was unforgettable. And I'm really sorry about the final part. that was an amazing exposition part. I mean, I like exposition and all that, but yeah, it sort of frustrated me to do it in a slow voice or really low voice, like ASMR voice, and it made me fall asleep a couple of times. So I'm sorry. I picked it up and ran through it because I want you guys to see it, even though it's a shitty presentation from my part. Well, thank you, thank you, thank you for staying with me through this very interesting ride. Wait a minute, there is something going on. Axel, Axel. Suddenly I feel someone shaking my shoulder impatiently when he calls my name. Immediately I open my eyes, discovering that this is Stephen. What are you doing sleeping? Class is about to start, he said, looking at me as if I was doing something weird. I didn't answer him. I looked to my surroundings, making sure where I was. Yes, it's time. I'm at school, waiting for another boring day of classes to start. My biggest struggle for this day was trying not to fall asleep. Sorry, it's just the last day. I couldn't sleep well. I had a strange dream. Strange dream? Murmured Alfred, showing some interest. Yes, that's what it was. Just a strange dream. I was about to explain it, but Stephen interrupted me. It's not important. We are awake now. What's important, however, is what will happen today. And what is that you consider is so important? Well, according to my investigations, there's going to be a new female transfer student. Yeah, fuck yes. As usual, he's more interested in girls than my fantastic dreams. Now that I think about it, I don't remember hearing before that a student would be transferred. With curiosity, I hear what my classmates around me are talking about. They're all talking about the same thing. Well, I guess I just wasn't paying attention. They say this girl is gorgeous. No, even the word gorgeous is not enough to describe her. Stephen added. It was easy to tell he was more than eager to meet her. You need to learn how to be more subtle. Attention, a teacher is coming, Alfred said, warning that it is time to return to our seats. Shortly after, we see the teacher enter, a man of about 40 years, bald, with glasses and carrying a couple of thick books. After a cordial greeting, the teacher prepares to introduce the new student. Well, as everyone knows, today a new student will join our class. Remember, be nice to her. After saying that, we see the door open. I feel that everyone in the room is impatient to see the atmosphere of the place is loaded with cravings. However, when at last I see her face, I get the biggest surprise of my life. Greetings. My name is Lillian Ashley Gwendon. It is pronounced Gwendion. That's what I said. She said, and with this friendly smile. She is unquestionably a girl of great beauty. I must be the only one here who was surprised by something else. Lillian Ashley. I shout without thinking. I just don't believe it. Everyone then gives me a strange look at that moment, as if I had something on my face. But I don't care, the surprise was too big to hide it. Hello Axel, we get to see each other again. She said, giving me a sweet smile. At the same time she waves her hand, blushing slightly embarrassed. I cannot answer. I simply have no voice, my mind is blank. She's Lillian and Ashley, the real girl. She's not Lillian, she's not Ashley, she's both. She's Lillian Ashley. She looks just like that in the memories I had of her. That's her real appearance before her soul is fragmented. I thought I'd never see her again. It was then that without thinking I check the date on my phone. What I found causes me to lose my breath. It simply is not possible. Time moved back. I had the feeling that it was something more than a dream. For a second I doubted, but now I'm sure. The night was real, as it is this day. This year, I'll be blessed with living Halloween twice. Lillian then blushed, knowing that she was the center of attention of everyone here. Well, I am very shy to talk about me, but there is one thing I would like to say before sitting in my seat to begin the class. Something in honor of this special day. The world then became silent, waiting for what the beautiful girl had to say. Lillian takes a moment to gather courage before looking at us all, but tilting her head gently and giving us her best smile, a radiant smile full of happiness. Trick and treat. Okay, I'm happy. I don't know why I'm so happy. Yeah, that was a really good ending. That was a really good ending for that. Okay, I'll give you props, bruh. I'll give you fucking props. That was really good. Okay. And that was Trick and Treat. I was not expecting it to be that good, but I'm really glad that it was. Now, all I can say is I'll see you all, bros, and well, girls can be bros too. So yeah, everyone that supports me. I'll see you all in the next video. All right. Good night. Good night.